Let's talk about the identity code, the I am protocol. Your identity, your self image, is the invisible script running your entire life. It's not who you want to be, it's who you believe you are. Every action you take, every limit you feel, every risk you avoid, it all traces back to your internal definition of I am. Change that script and you change everything. Confidence, discipline, success. They're not traits, they're identities. And here's the kicker: identity isn't fixed, it's a decision repeated. On this episode, we break that down, rebuild it, and give you the tools to forge the most powerful version of you, starting with two words: I am. You can think about this identity code as the new you blueprint, and I'm going to teach you today exactly how to write that code for you. Who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you say. Nick Saban said that. Today, we're going to rewire who you are, and it'll speak so loudly to the world, they can't hear what you say. Let's talk about the I am protocol. Let's be specific. This is a blueprint, a document that you will create. You can create today. I have mine that I read, that I have memorized, that I visualize each day. I have an audio recording that I created around this identity code, this I am protocol that I created for myself, and we're going to create yours right now. Step one is to write down 1 to 3 models. Okay, 1 to 3 role models you have in 3 key areas of your life. You could choose one that you want to improve right now, or you can choose one for each of these. Okay, or you could choose 3 in one category. Here's the 3 categories: your health, your relationships, and your work. Warren Buffett said, "Tell me who your heroes are, and I'll tell you how you'll turn out." It's really important to have the right heroes. So I want you to identify either one in one key area here, whatever you want to improve, health, relationships, or work, or 3 in one of those areas. Doesn't matter which one you do. Okay. For me, I'll give you mine. My health role model is David Goggins. His mindset, his actions, his habits, his discipline, his goals, big goals that he has. That's my health role model. David Goggins, retired Navy SEAL. For relationships and also work, it's Marshall Goldsmith, Marshall Goldsmith, a friend and mentor and teacher of mine. Interviewed him on the podcast, one of my all-time favorite interviews. Go back and listen to that one. It'll change your life. And then Charlie Munger in business. Okay, he was Warren Buffett's business partner, the late great Charlie Munger. In terms of business thinking, that is my model. So when we start creating our identity and we're building our I am protocol here, start with 1 to 3 role models and think about the traits they have that you want to have. Okay, step 2, I want you to create 3 words. Okay, 1 for health, 1 for relationships, or 1 for work, or 1 in all 3 of those categories. However you want to do this. If this is your identity protocol, it's your identity code. Okay, for me, it's simple, fearless, and love. For work, it's simple. For my health, it's fearless. And for my relationships, it's love. Those are my 3 words. Now, in 3 key areas of your life, I want you to create 3 I am statements. I want you to create an I am statement for each one of those 3 categories on this one. Okay. If you want to start with just one, you can, though. But overall, as you create this identity code, I want you to have 1 for each one of these. Now, I lean heavily on the work of Dr. Albert Bandura and his self-efficacy theory, and also from my great friend and mentor, Dr. Jason Selk, who I believe is the world's greatest living expert on success, mental toughness, and winning. And he is very big on identity and self-image. Okay, so that's who I lean heaviest on in terms of my inspiration, who I cite, who I reference, who I've learned from. Now I'm going to give you my 3 areas of life, my I am statements. In health, it's I am extremely healthy, peaceful, and happy at 150 pounds. That's my health statement. In terms of relationships, I am a 10 out of 10 son, brother, and uncle. And in terms of work, I am a multimillionaire performance coach. I am the most effective performance coach in the world. This is who I am today. This is who I strive to be in the future. You can live into this if you're not this I am today. Okay, I'm going to start living into it though in the moment. I'm not waiting till tomorrow. I'm going to live into it today and I'm going to live into it tomorrow. And then lastly, last two steps of this, I want you to come up with three phrases. Okay, I learned this from Dr. Nate Zinsser, a good friend and mentor of mine, performance psychologist from West Point. He was also Eli Manning's two-time Super Bowl champion quarterback for the New York Giants. He was Eli's performance coach. And Dr. Zinsser has three categories: mindset, action, goal, in terms of these I am phrases. So I'm going to give you mine again: mindset, one for I am, mindset, I am, action, I am, goal. So mine is mindset, I am the most confident person in the room. For action, it's I am a Terminator machine with my process goals, meaning I'm a Terminator like the good Terminator from Terminator 2, how he was just relentlessly focused on his mission and goals. That's how I am with my daily process goals. And then lastly, I am the world's premier high performance coach for the ultra successful. That's my goal, to be the world's premier performance coach, high performance coach for the ultra successful. That's who I am. All right. Now, lastly, I want you to have at least one question. So you can do one to three questions, but at least one that you ask yourself to activate this identity. So I'll give you some examples. One of my favorite questions: am I being the person I want to be right now? That's Dr. Marshall Goldsmith. Got that one from him. Am I being the person I want to be right now? Question two: what would love do? Got that one from Paul Chek. Okay, what would love do? Number three: what would I do right now if I were the most confident person in the room? And I'll give you an extra one, a bonus one. What would I do if I was the best in the world at what I do? Which is probably my two favorites are: what would I do if I was the best in the world at what I do? And the best son in the world, the healthiest person in the world, the best performance coach in the world. What would I do? I'm going to do that. I am that. And then also I would say, am I being the person I want to be right now, from Dr. Marshall Goldsmith? So let's quickly talk about some science behind this. So this isn't AJ's opinion. I want to give you the science behind it. But I laid out your identity code right there. All right. And we'll follow up at the end here just to review it. But your identity begins with the words I am. Neuroscience shows these statements don't just describe you, they create you. So number one, I am activates the identity center. So fMRI scans reveal that using I am statements increases activity in the medial prefrontal cortex, the brain's self-identity hub, by up to 40% compared to non-referential phrases. Falk identified that in 2005. Here's some data from Kensinger and Schachter, a study in 2006. Emotion triples retention. So emotionally charged affirmations are 3 times more likely to be stored in long-term memory, according to Harvard research. So bring some emotion to it. Say I am. That'll activate the identity center. Bring some emotion to your statements. And number three, repetition builds identity. A 2007 study confirmed that it takes 20 to 30 focused repetitions to begin forming a new neural pathway that supports a belief or behavior. So you have to say these things over and over again, 20 to 30 times. It starts to rewire your brain. So bottom line is, in these three pieces of science, you want to speak it, I am, you want to feel it with emotion, and you want to repeat it. I am is not just a phrase, it's a neurological command to become. So in summary, in terms of your identity code, okay, your blueprint that we laid out, I gave you the pieces. You want to come up with 1 to 3 models in health, relationships, and or work. Okay. You want to have 3 words in health, relationships, or work that you identify who you are. This is who I am. You want to have 3 phrases in 3 key areas of your life: health, relationships, or work. Again, you can just start with one area if you want, that start with I am in these phrases. You want to have 3 phrases in terms of mindset, action, goal that start with I am. Thank you, Dr. Nate Zinsser, for that one. And then you want to have 1 to 3 questions that activate this identity. When you ask them, you can take action on these things, and this creates this identity. It reinforces the identity. So that's the identity code. This is one of the most important things I can ever share. Ever, ever, ever. It's one of the most important things I have ever learned, and it's one of the most important things I can ever teach you. Take the time to create your blueprint today, your identity code. Take 5 minutes and take a first pass at it. Write it out on paper, put it on a digital notepad in your phone, but just take 5 minutes, no more than that, and take a first pass at this for yourself. It's written in pencil, not carved in stone, so you can improve it. I wish you an elevated life of success, happiness, and positive impact.